Okay, welcome back again. We are going to look at creating some navigation for our website today. But in order to have navigation on our website, we need other pages on our website to navigate to. So we are going to start off with creating a few more pages from our template file that we created. And then we're going to create navigation on each one of those pages so that we can move around our website. Okay, so let's get into it. We'll go to our resources and double click on our HTML5 template. Okay, and we'll go File, Save As, and then we will navigate to our www folder. And just in the parent or home directory, we are going to put this file, and we're going to give it a real original name of page 1. Remember, no spaces or capital letters in any of your file names, and we'll save that. Rightio, so now we've got an index HTML file and a page 1 HTML file. So we'll just make the page 1 file into something a bit more relevant. So in our title, we'll call it page 1 of our test website. And then in our header, I believe we had just a basic H1 title, didn't we? So we'll just steal that off our index page. Okay. And we'll just put in a paragraph bit of text here so we know we're on page 1. This is page 1. Okay, now we save all that. And of course, if we wanted to, we could go just have a look at that page. So if I just double click on page 1 in my file explorer here, it'll bring up page 1. And as you can see, very bare bones, not a lot going on at this stage. Rightio, so we'll just close page 1 so we don't get too confused. Right, so what we might do now is we'll create one more page. So we'll open up our template again. And we'll go File, Save As, and we'll navigate to our www folder, and we will call this one page 2. We don't need the .html, it knows what file it is. Save. Rightio. And once again, I'll just add a bit of meaningful text here to test website. What else did we put in there? Oh yes, we put in our header. And a bit of text just so we know it's there. Okay, so we'll save that. So now we've got our index page, or what we call our home page, page 1 and page 2. So we've got 3 pages in our website. So what we'll do now is we'll go back to our index.html file and we'll create a bit of navigation in this nav section. Okay. Now, general rule of thumb when creating navigation, we use an unordered list to put all the elements or the links into. Now, it probably won't make a lot of sense at this stage why we do it this way, but once we get into the styling of the web page, it'll start to make more sense. Okay, so we'll create an unordered list and we'll put a list item in that list. And now we will create our link inside that list item. So to make a link, we use the A tag. Oh, let me make sure we use the right bit there. Okay, and then we will call this first one home. So that's the text we want to have appear. Okay, and in there we are going to include, like we did here in our one for Google, we need a href attribute. So we put in our href. Now, unlike the other link we did before, you don't need to do the HTTP because the pages we're navigating to are in the same folder on the same website. All we have to do is put in the file name of the HTML file we want to navigate to. So in this case, it'll be index.html. Okay. Now if we save that, we go over to our test website and refresh, you'll see you've now got a home link up here. And if we click on it, hopefully you just get a bit of a flash and not much else. The reason being, this link is actually pointing to this page. So it did work, it did navigate us to the page, it's just that it's the same page. Okay, if you didn't get that, you probably want to check your code. Okay. So that's the basics of creating a bit of navigation. So what we'll do now is we will create another 2 of these. So I'm just going to copy this one and change the details on it. So instead of index for this one, we're going to want to go to page 1. So we'll change the name from home to page 1. And we'll also change the href to point to the page 1 HTML. And we'll save that. And we'll just go double check. Okay, and we'll refresh that. Right, so now we have 2 links. And if we click on the page 1 link, all being well, it goes to our page 1 that we just created. Of course, there's no way back yet because we haven't put any navigation on this page. So we'll just hit the back arrow to go back to our index page for now. Okay, so now we'll repeat that process again for our page 2. Change the details. we will save that. So that's the core of our navigation. That's a link for each page. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this entire unordered list, and we're going to go to the other two pages, and we're going to paste that unordered list into the nav elements on each of those pages. So that's for page 1. We save that, and we go to page 2 and do the same. Save that. Rightio. Now if we jump back over to our web page and refresh, we'll see that we've got all 3 links up there now. If I click on page 1, it goes to page 1. And we also have navigation here now, so we can go back to our home page. If I click on page 2, it goes to page 2. Once again, we can go back to that page or any other pages in between. So we've got full navigation on our website. Okay. So we'll leave it there for this lesson.